everybody, my name is Alex. Meet the two first brothers that first flew on an airplane. These brothers were the Wright brothers, and today let me introduce you and talk you about the Wright brothers. First of all, let us know where the Wright brothers were born and when the Wright brothers were born. So there was Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright. Wilbur was born in 1868 in April, and Orville was born in 1871. Both brothers almost got improved in college. When they were young, they also have a toy airplane that they love to fly and love to know why they can design airplanes. But soon it was too late until college started. When they didn't get diplomas, they didn't kicked out. They're kicked out, but they decided to go with another thing. They decided to go with another college in the university. Oh, I almost forget to tell you that they were born in Dayton, Ohio. Sometimes they were also born in Indiana and Iowa. They moved to Iowa, and soon their father had a job, making them move to Dayton, Ohio to Richmond, Virginia. And soon they decided to get more and more points inside the university, the Wright brothers. And, in 1888, they moved to another place to another, and they received diplomas again. But soon, I forget to tell you that Wilbur loved hockey, but soon he was sick. So that made him not creating diplomas. He gave up in his school dreams, and soon he couldn't afford college and university. While Orville, still after he worked in the university, he worked in a print shop to make money. Soon, the brothers have a great idea. They decided to build a bicycle. Some bicycles were bicycles that have a huge wheel and a small wheel in the back, and so they can drive. But at that time, the bicycles were different. That was the way the bicycles were different. While they made 5 of them were not unusual like those different bikes, and one of them we still use today. And soon, Orville waited for Wilbur to heal his wound. Until he got better, the brothers worked at the bike shop again to make more money, so that they can improve inside so that they can and they can make an airplane and rode the first ever made airplane. It was ready to the 1800s to the 1900s, or in 19,000. There, at that time, they were going to test the first airplane in 1901. And soon, in 1902 and 1903, in December, they decided to test the first airplane. Warville's airplane was super high, with about 100 to 200 feet above the sky, and flew in the sky for about 12 seconds and soon landed. It was the first tested airplane they ever built. Soon, they will test more and more airplanes. They tested the airplane that even rode for 30 seconds and a little bit higher. They invented the first airplane with had wings. You have remembered that Orville and Wilbur, the Wright brothers, have a toy airplane, so they decided to learn and architect the airplanes. They have two wings, and they decided to make an engine in the middle of them. It is not like the airplanes we use today, but it was quite unusual, but it is still the first airplane to be ever built. Soon, today, this will be the future of the airplanes. And also, the Wright brothers so they get to work into 1908 when a war began at the United States. So they worked at the U.S. Army military base with the airplanes and the aircraft, and they can defend their enemy. And so until Wilbur died in 1912 because he was sick. I don't know how to say if he had a germ or something, but then in 1930s there was a monument to honor the boys today, and in 1948 Warville died. Still, a monument and statue still stands today to honor the Wright brothers. And so now we know about the life of the Wright brothers. And we know that the Wright brothers invented the first and flew the first airplane. They worked at a print shop, and they still didn't give up from their college dreams. Because they have no college at all, they decided to work at shops so they can get money. If Wilbur don't had an accident when playing hockey, and they did receive a diploma, they wouldn't have worked in the bike shop or the print shop. Later, they married. And soon, they got money, decided to build an airplane, and this dream come true about the Wright brothers, its life, their life, and we still built a monument to honor the boys today. It wasn't a sad end, but still the Wright brothers still worked up and made the first airplane. And so that's why we have the airplane today, with the modern inventions, the past inventions, the modern inventions, the past inventions. And now we know that the first airplanes were built there because of the Wright brothers. There's a note. If there weren't, if there weren't a diplomats, then there would not. If the brothers didn't invent the airplane, then who knows what will happen? Maybe there will be no airplanes. The modern inventions still help us today, with the Wright brothers still creating the first airplane to be ever flew. The monument still honors the boys today, and This is the end, and goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening.